How to fix a running toilet. Is a constantly running toilet driving you mad? Don't call the plumber until you try these simple adjustments. You will need a faulty toilet. Optional, food coloring. Step 1. Get to know your toilet. Lift the cover of the tank to see what's inside. At the bottom of the water, either a ball or a flapper will be covering a valve that lets water into your toilet bowl when you flush. Flush the toilet to see the valve at work. The problem may become obvious. Step 2. If you see that the ball or flapper is not completely covering the valve, investigate what's prohibiting it from doing so. The chain or rod that pulls it open might be twisted, bent, or caught on something. Or the flapper or ball itself might be damaged or corroded, keeping it from making a solid seal. You'll need to replace it. If the valve appears to be covered but the tank never seems to fill, you might have a slow leak. Put a little food coloring in the tank. If it seeps into the bowl, you'll need to replace the flapper or ball. Step 3. If the valve is completely covered but the water continues running, you need to lower the float. The float is the piece that moves up and down with the water level in the tank. The float will be either a closed cup that encircles a tall tube or a rubber ball at the end of a long metal arm. Find your float. Lowering the float will lower the water level in the tank and keep it from rising above a safety mechanism called the overflow pipe, which is the open top tube sticking up in the tank. Normally, the water level isn't supposed to reach the rim of the pipe, but if it's set too high, water will run through the pipe into the toilet bowl. Step 4. Lower the float. If you have a float cup, squeeze the metal clip attached to it and slide the clip down so it's below the water level. If you have a ball float, either tighten the screw at the end of the arm opposite the ball or bend the arm downward. Step 5. Flush the toilet to test the new water level. If it still rises above the overflow pipe, lower the float some more. If the water gets too low for an adequate flush, just raise the float until you get it just right. Usually, the water level should reach about an inch below the rim of the overflow pipe. Step 6. Before replacing any damaged parts, shut off the water to your toilet by locating the valve in the wall behind it and turning it clockwise. Flush the toilet and remove the part. Then take it with you to the store to ensure you buy an exact match. Rest assured the sound of running water is now a thing of the past, and you'll have the lower water bill to prove it. Did you know? The average person visits the toilet 2,500 times a year.